you think that there's any logic in trauma actually leading to or yielding success if kids can make it out and come on the other side?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Comeback story.
well, not
like,
necessarily a comeback story. I'll just say, like, and I guess this is anecdotal, but I've seen it a lot, man. Like a lot of really successful people have like fucked up childhoods. They go through a lot of like dark and difficult times in their life. That's certainly like my story and my brother's story. And I don't know, any kid going through stuff, do you think if they can make it out on the other side and learn from it, it actually hardens them in a way that's positive?
Yeah, I think getting toughened up is a good thing. Getting roughed up in a lot of things, because you have perspective too when you have empathy for other people that are going through tough situations too. So like I went through a lot of different adversities. They all challenged me, and when I did make it through, you're right. I gained a lot of self-confidence and self-esteem dealing with adversities and overcoming them. And I think the challenge is when people are gifted a lot and given a lot, and they don't have to earn it. They don't gain the self-esteem or self-confidence. But if you go through the adversity, like all the hardest things that happen in your life, when you look back, they shaped you the most, and they end up being the best things. It's hard when you appeal to your kids that way.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see them hurt.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. You don't mind yourself hurting. You don't want to see your parents hurt. You don't want to see your kids hurt. You don't want to see because you can't do anything about it. Now for you, you're like, all right, I can do something about it. And some people don't make it through those hard things either. So
Yeah.
we can't be insulating as a parent. You got to let them experience the world. And I think what I've learned over the last few years with my parents, with being a parent, is just being there and because you don't know when the conversations are going to happen. You could script them, be like, hey, we're going to Disneyland and we're going to have this great day and this and that. And that's going to be a big, important day in your life. Or we're going to take you to this and that. And we're going to take you to the show and we're going to take you to the movies. And you realize the car ride home from school, you had a moment that, wow, we had a conversation that we needed to have. And it was like just a school pickup. So like, you got to be, for me as a parent, I speak about talking to myself, is you got to be available and you got to be present. And that's where the parenting happens, not in the big moments. It's a lot of times it's in the small moments.
It's really never in the big, like nothing happened in Disneyland or skiing in Vermont. I remember I had a mental breakdown on the mound when I was pitching. Yeah. I was like 13 years old, 12 years old, something like that. And I started crying my eyes out. Yeah. And I like ran off the field because it was a really important game. And my dad came up to me and gave me a pep talk and sent me back out. It's like one of the things that stands out in my mind. It wasn't